Hello and welcome to another Fresh Off the Stalls. Bit of a bit Noma, because I'm kind of still... Actually no, it's not a misnomer. I'm not in the stalls, I'm in a box. Classy me. But yes, and as you can probably see behind me, those who know the theatre better, I'm in the absolutely gorgeous Hackney Empire. It is just one of the most beautiful theatres in London, despite the fact it's not in Zone 1. Pish to that! It's marvellous. And what I've been here to see tonight is the rather fantastic all-male HMS Pinafore. Now, a while ago, I came here to see Sasha Regan's all-male Pirates of Penzance, which was absolutely excellent. Absolutely loved it. So it's great to be back here again for this revival tour after it's been hobnobbing with Kate Blanchett in Sydney, but who needs that? Anyway, thank you very much to the bar staff at the Hackney Empire for letting me use this lovely prop. I think it says Marine on the top. It could also say Mary. I don't know. One of those will certainly be more accurate than the other. Anyway, enough of it. I just love it. It's beautiful. I want to have this as my house. Better start playing the lottery. Anyway, so you can tell it's been a while since I've done one of these, can't you? All-male HMS Pinafore. Absolutely brilliant. As much as I really enjoyed the Pirates of Penzance, this has just topped it for me. Absolutely fantastic. So the thing is with the all-male versions of these things, I know it does seem a bit of a novelty, and it certainly does at first. They kind of come on and all these guys are suddenly being like overly feminine, it's almost drag, and people are laughing, like, oh, isn't this funny? And yes, it is, but once you actually get into it, once you start getting into what the cast are doing and how they're performing, it doesn't matter anymore. Everything about what the cast does, everything about what Sasha Regan directs, and everything about every single part of the creative team here is just absolutely fantastic. You forget that these are guys pretending to be women, and you're just really into it, and it suits Gilbert and Sullivan so well, because I've always described Gilbert and Sullivan as the pantomime of opera. It is supposed to be silly, so even if you can't quite get around the fact that there's guys being pretty flouncy, very campy ladies, it doesn't matter, because it's Gilbert and Sullivan. You're supposed to be having a laugh, and a laugh is one thing you do here. It's an incredibly funny production, not just because the production really brings out Gilbert and Sullivan's scathing sardonism of class, which, to be honest, like 100 years on, still rings true. Absolutely. And so it's not just the material they're working with, it's the extra bits they put on top. The sort of little flourishes of action and a physical comedy that gets added into this that just make it so much fun. Things I'm going to point out, the cast especially, the leads are absolutely fantastic. Tom Sr. as Ralph Rickshaw, again, just He's got such a strong voice, he's got such a tender presence on stage, and he's so captivating to watch. I really love Ben Irish as Josephine as well. Marvellous. And am I going to falsetto? I think it's falsetto. Is it countertenor? I made a mistake last time. I got in trouble because I was writing for Opera Now at the time, and I really should have known better. But again, just it's just something like he really gets into Josephine. You're just with it all the way, despite the fact that he's got very good arms, very unladylike arms, but you don't care. You're with it, and just very sweet. Really loved as well Neil Moores as Captain Cochrane, who was just so I can't quite describe it. Just like wonderfully overly earnest as the other captain, who is a bit out of his depth. And also, I'm going to have a special mention. I'll mention everyone else properly in my full review as well. Richard Russell Edwards as Hebby, as one of the Sir Joseph Porter's cousins, is a very sort of minor role. He almost, and in some places actually he does steal the show with some brilliant physical comedy. It's just absolutely on. Other things I love about the production as well has to be Lizzie Gee's choreography. It's fantastic. It adds an action that keeps the entire thing going, makes it visually spunky. And I'm aware that I'm using the word spunky. It's probably because there's a lot of kind of muscly guys in tight clothing. Sort of, yeah. I'm 31. I'm gay. I'm single, and I'm overweight. What do you want from me? Very spunky show. I will be having good dreams tonight. Too much information. Anyway, Lizzie's choreography, despite all that that depressing sexual tension, is just fantastic. It makes it look great. I really also loved Tim Dealing's dial tone? I don't know. I'm really bad at pronouncing names. Lighting design. I want to describe it almost as a navy blue noir. Kind of captures that sort of black and white sort of, 40s, 50s sort of sailing sort of thing, and it just looks really atmospheric as well, and it's just really little touches of a lot of dim lighting and shadow work that just really make it visually sumptuous, despite the fact that being a touring show, all it really is some hanging electric lights and 3 bunk beds on wheels and some bits of rope here and there. It looks great. For something to bring out so much richness visually in something so little is a real achievement, and the lighting really goes to that. Also have to mention the MD, if I can find his name, Richard Bates, I can pronounce that one. Really great at the piano, really works with the cast as well. The only thing, as much as great as Richard Bates is, what I really want to see this, I want to see this after it tours, so Sasha, take note. I want to see this possibly in the Colosseum or with something with a full orchestra. I think that's my only criticism of that. The fact that these aren't fully trained opera singers, and this isn't, this is something that has just a piano, and there is some, and things are mic'd up a bit. And someone who has done, who's covered opera, who loves opera and loves Gilbert Sullivan, it kind of, in a way, just like, I'd love to hear that rich orchestral music. I'd love to have the opera singers really sort of belt it out and have nothing amplified, but that's a personal thing, and that's coming from my own experience and my own sort of involvement in sort of opera. Either way, you do that. If you do this as a full-scale opera production, I think you'd really lose some of that verve and some of that creativity and some of that energy and a lot of that spunk in this production. See it. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm really worried that I've been giving 4 or 5 stars to everything this month so far, but I can't. This is my top pick, even though it's like in London for a bit. Then it's back in Richmond. Catch it in Richmond if you can't see it at the Hackney Empire. Amazing theatre. Absolutely. Barnstorming is that's a different military analogy whatsoever. It's the very modern model of a Gilbert and Sullivan production, and I'm even quoting the wrong opera. That's how much I love it. I'm scraping the barrel for pull quotes. I'm going to leave it there. An amazing production, a fantastic show. I'm going to go give this hat back to the bar. I say give it back to the bar. I'm very tempted to run off with it. I think I'd be the belle of Vauxhall. Lovely. Anyway. Goodbye, good night. Go see HMS Pinafore, and especially when it tours, it's touring. People have written. There is no excuse. If you can't call yourself an English man or what, I'm leaving. Goodbye. Thank you so much for a great show.